Aloha! This is your host, Dr. Joe Kipo with the Power Compass podcast with you today. I'm really excited to be able to get started to be with you. This is the subject I want to talk about today. I think is actually a very, very important subject because I think a lot of us deal with it over and over and over again in our lives, and what I like to call the jerk syndrome. So I don't know if you've ever been in a place where you've dealt with. Okay, we'll go with people. So if you've ever been in a situation where you are interacting with somebody, it could be a coworker, it could be one of your family members, it could be a spouse, a loved one, it could be someone that's a member of your church or community or whatever it might be, and you're interacting and the conversation is going in a direction that maybe doesn't feel quite nice. Maybe there's a little bit of contention, maybe there's some opposing views, whatever it might be. And so you're feeling like, okay, I'm part of this conversation with this person, and they've got a question, I've got a question. There's something going on with this conversation where I'm invested with this conversation now, and so I'm going to stick to it, even though it's feeling kind of sticky. It's not feeling that great, and I want to just I want to run away, maybe, or maybe I want to yell, or whatever it is. But okay, I'm feeling calm. I'm feeling collective. I think it's important that I go ahead and have this conversation with this person, or have this interaction with this person, whoever it might be. And you're feeling calm. You're feeling good. You're feeling patient, and things keep going. Things keep building, and then all of a sudden, that person or that situation, something happens in that situation that just causes you to snap. It causes you to lose your cool. It causes you to lose that calmness, that patience that you were feeling, and then you snap. And the snap might look like you yell at the person, or maybe you freak out some way, or it might even be that you say something that you totally regret. And I know that all of us have been in that situation one time or another. And unfortunately, I see this pattern happen over and over and over again, where people just feel like they're losing their cool. They feel like that they can't stay calm and collective and kind in a particular situation. And I hear a lot about it, with parents with their kids. I've been there before. And you're just thinking to yourself, oh my goodness, here I go again. I'm going through this pattern again. Why can't I stop this pattern? Why does this keep coming up? Why am I such a jerk? And then all of a sudden, those thoughts come up inside your head where you're thinking to yourself, why am I a jerk? Why do I do this over and over again? Why do I keep hurting these people? Why do I keep losing my cool? Why do I keep getting angry? Why? And so then you're able to calm down. You go and get forgiveness from that person that you're working with or interacting with. And so then you feel okay with the situation. Time goes by and the same exact thing happens. And you're in a situation where you're just like, I don't understand why this keeps happening. Well, if you've noticed with the words that I'm using right now, is that every time this happens, when you do something that you regret, or there's one of my kids' birds, by the way, it's out of its cage and I can't catch it. So the bird is going to be part of our podcast right now. But you're in the situation where if you've noticed my language when I was talking about why am I such a jerk? Why does this keep happening? Why can't I stop this pattern? Why? Well, and a really interesting thing about the brain, is that any time that you ask yourself a question, your brain has been made to basically answer whatever question that you give yourself. So if you ask a question like, why am I such a jerk? Or why do I keep doing this pattern? Why do I keep yelling at people? Why do I keep getting angry? Why? If you're asking those type of questions to your brain, what happens is that your brain is then going to go into your storage and start looking for evidence to answer that question. So if you ask the question of, why am I such a jerk? If our brain is programmed to answer any question that you give it, especially when it comes to evidence it already has, the brain is automatically going to say, oh, you're asking me this question of why am I such a jerk? Well, let's go figure that out. Here's all the evidence. Well, you're such a jerk because if you remember back at this time, you yelled at that person, and then also you're a jerk because remember when you got cut off and you flipped off that person, and blah, blah, blah. Your brain's going to start bringing up all these memories and all this evidence of why you're such a jerk. And then your brain becomes fixed upon that evidence, saying, okay, so Joe wants to know why he keeps being a jerk, so let's go ahead and keep this evidence in front of him. And then what happens is that when you keep this evidence in front of you, that's what you start focusing on. That's what you start seeing life as. So all of a sudden, you start seeing every situation in your life as a jerk. You're looking through the lenses of a jerk. So anytime you interact with somebody, even if it's directly or indirectly, your brain is automatically going to respond in this jerk mode. Okay, and that's going to go with any type of situation. It's just not just when you've lost your anger, when you've lost your cool. But if you're asking your questions like, why am I so sad? Why am I so depressed? Why do I have so much anxiety in my life? Why can't I gain control of my thoughts, my emotions? Well, your brain's going to automatically start giving you evidence to prove what you're asking it. Now, unfortunately, most of us these days are asking what I like to call disempowering questions. Now, I may have actually talked about this one time or another, but when you ask yourself these why questions that are actually focused on the negative in your life, we call them disempowering questions. Now, what I am going to challenge you to do is I'm going to challenge you to start asking empowering questions. And those empowering questions actually have a name. A name to them are affirmations. Now, if you may have heard of affirmations. Affirmations are actually when you have an I, so it's affirmations. But in this case, we got afformations. So an affirmation is actually a why question that we ask ourselves, and they could be positive or negative. So the empowering questions are not the only affirmations. Affirmations is if you're asking yourself a why question at any time. And so when you can ask negative questions of yourself, or you can ask positive questions of yourself. You can ask disempowering questions of yourself, or you can ask empowering questions of yourself. And it's all about building evidence. Now, all of us at one time or another have been good, kind, and calm, and happy, and patient, and loving, and all this other stuff that you probably want more of in your life. So if you can start asking yourself more empowering questions like, why am I so happy? Why am I so grateful? Why am I so successful? Why am I so calm and collective when I'm faced with a stressful situation? Why do I feel so much love for those people in my life that I don't quite agree with? Right? If you can start asking yourself questions that are more empowering, then what happens is that the evidence that you start building in your mind is more of the positive evidence. And so now you start, when you start asking these more empowering questions, like why am I so good? Why am I so calm? Why am I so patient? Whatever it might be, your brain starts to go inside and say, okay, Joe wants to know why is he so kind and so calm in stressful situations. Well, here's the evidence. Boom. And the evidence is going to come up. And so now if I'm asking myself positive, empowering questions over and over and over again, that's what my brain is going to have at the forefront of it every single day. So then when I do get into a stressful situation, my brain is already fixed upon this evidence of, hey, remember how this evidence actually shows that Joe is a positive person? Joe is a calm person, right? So that is exactly what I want you to start doing this week. So it's really easy. I've talked about this before, but what you can do, let's change this right here. What you can do is that I want you to start looking at the areas of your life that you're struggling with the most, whether that be your health, your income, your relationships, your business, co-workers, whatever area of your life you feel like that you're actually struggling the most. I want you to go and find out what are the top 5 questions that are disempowering that you keep asking yourself when it comes to that particular situation. So if it's about money, you might find out that you've got your top 5 questions are, why do I not have more money? Why do I not make more money? Why is my income always less than Or why is less coming in than what's going out? Why do I struggle so much with money? So can you see how disempowering those questions are? If you're asking your brain, why can't I make money? Well, your brain's going to go in there and say, well, this is why you can't make money. Remember that time when you totally flubbed up on that interview? And remember when you totally lost that money when you were 2 years old, or not 2 years old, 12 years old? Remember that time when that bully came in and stole your money from you? So now your brain's focused on those things rather than the positive things. So if you start asking more empowering questions, so let's go over that real quick. So find your top 5 negative questions, and I want you to write them down on a piece of paper. Then I want you to change those, I want you to change those to positive, more empowering. The secret word is empower. Okay? I want you to change those top 5 negative, disempowering questions into 5 positive, empowering questions. So let's go back to that money example again. So if the money example was, why can't I make more money? We'll change that to, why do I make more money? Why do I make money easily and effortlessly? Why does money just come into my life? Why am I finding some great clients to work with? Why am I finding the right prospects with my business? Why is my business so successful? Now, can you see what happens when you're actually doing the more positive, empowering questions? Now your brain's going to go find the evidence saying, okay, Joe wants to know why he's so successful with money. Well, this is why. Boom. Now that's what's in the forefront, and that's how you're filtering your life. You're filtering your life through these empowering questions and these empowering evidence. So then you're going to make you're going to make decisions and take actions on things that are going to help you increase your income. Same thing goes with your health. Same thing goes with your weight. Same thing goes with relationships. So find your top negative, disempowering questions. I want you to write them down, change them into empowering questions. And then what you're going to do is with those 5 disempowering questions, I want you to actually take that piece of paper that you wrote them on, and I want you to shred it up. I want you to shred it up, throw it away, and just be done with those questions. Never ask those questions ever again, because those questions are most likely the reason why you're at the place that you're at right now. So if you're struggling in your life right now, most likely it's because you've been asking yourself those disempowering questions for all these years. So now you have this opportunity to switch things around, switch your life around. Isn't this fun? Does this sound cool? Now, if you're in a position where you're like, okay, Dr. Joe, this is all fine and dandy, but I don't even know what direction to go. I've been struggling with certain things over and over again. I've tried all these different things. Nothing has worked for me. I just don't know what to do. I don't know what direction to go. This is all nice and dandy, but now what? Well, if you are in a position right now where you've been looking for change in your life, you've been wanting to find more change, then I'm offering a free call with me or one of my team, someone from my team, and during that call we can sit down and we can talk about what's keeping you stuck, what's keeping you from being able to move forward, what's keeping you from actually taking empowering questions and changing your life. Because I know the truth is that many people are going to watch this video, they're going to listen to the audio, they're going to be like, oh, this is awesome, and they're going to start applying some of the principles, or maybe they won't, and nothing's going to happen into their life, and this whole video was a complete waste. But then there's those other people that are going to look at this and they're going to say, okay, I'm ready to make change. So they're actually going to take action, they're going to start doing this, they're going to start using affirmations, they're going to see some changes in their life, they're going to see some things happen. And then there's some people that might feel a little afraid of doing this. They might be a little afraid of taking commitment. And if that's the fact, then take us up on that free call in the comment section below. I will drop a little link to the booking call page so you can book a call with me or one of my team or someone from my team. We'll be able to help you gain that clarity, to help you move forward, help you start creating that change in life that you want to create. So you can stop being a jerk. You can stop looking at life through the filter of being a jerk, okay? That's my goal. That's my passion. That's my purpose, is to help you gain a more clear vision, clear direction, to start achieving mastery with your life so that you can achieve those goals that you've been looking for, whether that be with your health, your finances, your relationships, whatever it is in your life that you want to make change with. We can help you out there. So again, this is Dr. Joe Kipo'o, and we'll see you next time.